Hello, gentle viewers. This is Indian, welcoming you back to Hearts of Iron 4 as Turkey. In our last episode, we tried to keep Ataturk from dying. I hope we are successful, but we're on a path to the first elections in a while in Turkey, and we're going to see how those turn out. We also want to try to get the Kurds under control so I can finally start planning my foreign policy. Speaking of which, I believe, and this could change of course, but I think the most interesting of these three paths is actually trying to build the Balkan Entente. I just think that offers the most interesting options. And the other thing that I find interesting about this option, I mean, to be fair, the most obvious open option would actually be this one. And then we could directly ally with one of the main factions. But creating our own faction seems kind of cool. I don't know. Maybe I need to wait and see how things are. Like, if the Balkans have already mostly been eaten, that decision will be kind of made for us, I think. Now, you may be wondering, especially if you're a student of history, or just don't know very well how it worked out, how did Turkey do in World War II historically? Well, they joined the war in February of 1945 and never saw combat. So if we so much as fire one bullet at anybody, we will have done more than Turkey did in World War II. Just clearing out some things here while I get started with the timer. All right. Let's unpause. What is that? Yeah, I really can't do much about these issues just now. Okay, here we go. So, Adnan Menderes's traditionalists have been out in droves across the nation in a bid to urge religious citizens who feel oppressed by the secular government to go out and vote for their party in the upcoming election. Reports show that many of these voters remain skeptical of their chances of beating the Kemalists and have cynical disposition to democracy in general. The bulk of those who approach it demonstrate enthusiasm towards Menderes and his opposition movement. The democratic will of the people shall be known. Because we need an opposition party in order to have elections, right? That is how these things work. Oh, hello. Way to make things a bit spicier, game. A Mexican junta. This is almost certainly fascist. Yeah. I gotta be honest, I don't love their chances. I know we don't know very much about them because I have no intelligence over there. Well, based on our intelligence, I think they have somewhere between... Yeah, we But somewhere between 6 and 25 divisions, which, admittedly, this is interesting, actually. It seems like a substantial portion of the Mexican army might have defected. That's a very interesting world situation that bears no impact whatsoever here. Oh dear. A rally held by Adnan Menderes in the country's hinterlands drew crowds comparable to when speeches were given by Mustafa Kemal Ataturk in the heart of Istanbul. He was distraught when hearing about the rally, and he said his official opposition party would be unveiled to the nation very soon. And it looks like several people came out and supported religion. Some of them wanted to restore the Ottoman Empire. Yikes. Okay. So the good news is we are getting somewhat close. Now, here's what we need to do. We need to take this decision as soon as we can, which isn't going to be anytime soon. Hindenburg went kablooey. This group approached Kurdish organizations. I kind of like that idea. Let's do it. Let's make democracy more popular. Oh, so it looks like they're basically going to win in a landslide. Okay. That's interesting. I said I wanted a different path for Turkey. That's certainly what we're going for. I mean, no. If someone is trying to rig voting, I'm very much against that. That's not okay. So there goes the anarchists, and it looks like, oh, okay. And here we go. There is now a brand new opposition party. Things are happening in Spain. I still think the Republicans are boned. But the fact that this rose up in nationalist Spain, and it's right in their backyard. What matters most is we have an official opposition party, which means we can hold an election whenever we like. Well, once we finish with this particular thing. I like this Turkish song. It's pretty badass. Look, I don't feel great about most of our choices right now. You know what, let's get artillery upgraded. Because our early war effort's going to be based mostly on artillery. But we have an ace in the hole that I haven't talked about yet. And it's almost a uniquely Turkish ability. Wabam. We have a pretty substantial percentage of the world's supply of chromium. Do you know what you make with chromium, my dear friends? What you make is you make heavy tanks. And if we look at... Oh no, I need the trade button. Here we go. We're exporting most of our chromium. If we switched from free trade, we could start capturing more of it. I think there's all kinds of options here to maybe go with heavy tanks. Because we're not in the part of the world, let's face it, where we're going to get a lot of quick movement. Now, if we do decide to go east, once we get into places like the desert in Iraq, and Saudi Arabia and so forth, lighter tanks with greater speed will be more useful. But it's equally possible that we go east into Iran or west into the Balkans, and their heavy tanks would probably actually be better. So that's a strategic decision I want to kind of be thinking about as we progress through the game. We could push republicanism. Do it. I probably should have waited till after the election started. In all honesty. I like how the non-aligned movement is in some ways more liberal than, in the classical sense, right? The non-aligned movement is more liberal and that it's secular. But that's politics for you. Let's do it. And we have a non-aggression pact with Iran and Egypt and Afghanistan and Iraq. Okay. Do we have any chance at saving Ataturk? Oh, I've got a whole bunch of other things that we can do here. I'll be honest. If he dies, he dies. I would much rather be spending our political power to improve our country. Let's talk with the United States. And let's see what they offer us. Amelia Earhart got back to the White House. How are things going? Okay, the car lists have actually expanded. So the interesting military plant question here is, wait, who's the Spanish Directory? Okay, I guess that is a nationalist. Okay, but this is very interesting because if the Carlists can cause enough chaos in the rear of the nationalists, the Republicans have a chance to come back. I'm very curious to see how that's going. Remember I said I didn't think the Junta had much of a chance of already taking Mexico City. We could have a very interesting war in the Western Hemisphere if that continues to happen. We have excavation 2, and then do I want to start taking synthetic oil so we can unlock that one decision? No, I want to start us on the path to heavy tanks. Let's do it. Do I want to fund any of these factories? I think I do. A civilian factory sounds lovely. A military factory? I really don't want the fascists to become more powerful before we have an election. Let's take a civilian factory then. Please and thank you. We can also develop things. Alright, we've got support weapons. That's excellent. Let's get fighters. I know we're spending a little bit more tech on military, but until we get to 39, it's not really going to be smart to improve our industry any farther. Aww. The U.S. will not invest with us. I guess we need to start making friends. Why don't you like me? Oh, we have a different ideology. Oh, I bet that's going to be the issue, right? Until we become democratic, people aren't going to like me. Croatia just declared independence. What are you, fascist? Yeah, the Ustasha. Or is it Ustasha? I think it's Ustasha. I think the stress is on the second syllable. Croatia's hanging in there. It is election day. I mean, the clear will of the people is for the Democrat Party. Right? Like, I know this is a thing that the game is giving us, but I think we do it. And here's our new guy. He's very good at stability and cheaper people and everything. I no longer care about Ataturk as much. And now we could assess our future. So this will actually turn the Kemalists against me. I don't like that idea just yet. But if I do push down this path, like, is it going to turn the Kemalists against me? I could assess my future. But why would I do that? Is it just because I want to press the HOI issue? What even is that? I don't know. You know, I don't like the way they've described this, and it's not clear to me. Oh, I see. So basically, if I complete this issue, I can then start shifting here? Oh, so this leads to a civil war. Huh. You know what? Let's do it. I see nothing that could possibly go on. This could be a very short series, my friends. We are not remotely prepared for this. Oh, there goes Croatia. It is almost 38. Let's go ahead and take computing machine. And Kemal Ataturk has died. That's very sad. I am deeply concerned about what's going to happen to us. I can prop up Islam as a way to reduce the power of the Kemalists. I think we'll maybe just wait and see how things go. Let's go with regional elections for the Kurds. How is Spain coming along? This is just a Neapolitan mess where we've got Carlist Vanilla, Madrid Chocolate, and Seville, or Republican Strawberry. I guess you could flip that since, Spain looks more like that. How's the Junta coming? It's lost Mexico City again, but it's also not going away. We might have our own civil war to worry about here in a couple of months. We're about to have a Kemalist. Let's thwart it. And then, do I want to try to placate the nationalists? This would be a pretty big fight. Let's try to chase out the Kemalists. There we go. I wonder how much, say, France likes us now. Tiny bit. Oh, we don't like them as much. Hey, it's the UK. I have loads of political power. Let's go ahead and improve relations with them. And then that way, hopefully, I can start asking them for foreign investment. You know what? I'm going to increase the power of fundamentalists so that we can try to start pushing, weakening the Kemalists. Alright. We've got fighters that we're working on. I will eventually need bombers too, but I think that's more of a longer term plan. Let's get the easy upgrades while we still can. Okay, we've got a new fighter. That seems excellent. Give me support weapons. Yeah, go ahead and replace that. I definitely want some armaments, for sure. Before I kick off a possible civil war. I'm going to unpause it for a day. Because we should have a new decision, which will allow me to... Oh, here it is. This would take me... 200 political power, which will immediately make the Kemalists stronger. Like, we're going down the path to civil war anyway. I don't see a massive issue with letting them get a little more entrenched, so I can try to build up the political power to get the Kurds on my side. I think that's actually more important. Yeah, I think this has to be the decision, is try to get them to use the Kurds to balance against the Kemalists. I think that's what has to happen. Does this focus give me political power? It does not, but it does give me a military factory. France and Britain have done an ally thing. Let's go even better. It's now early 38. I should probably start upgrading and getting some support companies. But our military factories are still just so... Our industry is just too underdeveloped, really. To start spending a lot of time improving support equipment and things like that. I think we're going to wait before I start going hardcore into those kinds of techs. I'm going to want motorized eventually. I mean, I could start working on synthetic oil, maybe. Grab radio for the reinforced rate buff. Let's grab radio. Oh, we actually finished both of them, I see. Okay. Look, I'm gonna need to get motorized eventually anyway. I might as well start on it now. Idea. I mean, I've got close air support and fighters. I don't really need a lot else in the short term. I'm eventually gonna need to have a better navy. Eventually. Let's go ahead and upgrade torpedoes. No, I feel like I have to wait until I get some good focuses to help me out with this. Let's go for passive sonar. That's fine. I'm literally just waiting for us to get 200. So I need to have peace in the world, too. Okay. I would not mind at all coming up here and maybe picking up some of these. But on the other hand, I really want to make sure that we're in a good place. I did take peace at home, didn't I? Oh, no, I didn't. I never got the choice. Because I can't actually do either of these. That's fine. Let's assess our future, maybe. And then the Hatay issue. And then start trying to squeeze into this part. Germany has absorbed Austria. There's a royal wedding in Brazil. Interesting. We might get a conservative Brazil. Oh, the Junta is losing pretty badly now. The Republicans are pushing back. I don't know who's going to win this war now. We'll just have to see, my friends. Yeah, the longer the car lists last, the worse it gets for the nationalists, for the directory. Intrigue. Up, we're at 200. Integrate the Kurdish state. Why can I not do this? What is the problem? Do literally none of these Turkish states have enough? Oh, compliance is super tiny. Oh, here we go. Let's change to reconciliation. That's why I can't pick Unite, because we're not at a point where there's enough compliance. I can trigger this as soon as at least one state has compliance of 70%. So we're just going to let that go then for a while. So how quickly is this increasing? 0.070. It is going to take a very long time. Yeah, there goes the directory. We could have Republican Spain. If they can just defeat the Carlists. What an interesting change. I should have been taking that decision, in all honesty, much earlier. And now it seems kind of dumb to just sit on this political power. So I'm going to start spending some of it. I would like to root out some Kemalists, please. And then I guess I have to go ahead and make the traditionalists happier. Let's take the Hatay issue. Munich Agreement, Austria and Germany are speeding towards a collision. Let's start clearing some of these out as decisions I care about. Just so that I'm not being constantly bothered. Here we go. Remove them all, please. And I'm not really going to develop deposits right now. I could see spending 50 political power to get a new factory. I'm going to spend 50 to get a free military factory. It is now July of 38. I still don't want to really mess with that stuff, though. I could just research special forces in an attempt to get more or better mountaineers. No, I think an engineer company is overdue. I wouldn't mind strengthening our engineering divisions by adding that. We have discovered radio. And let's go and start working on a land doctrine. I don't know that we'll get to it before the Civil War breaks out, but if we do, that would be lovely. It would be truly wonderful. How is the compliance game going? We're at 52% here. That's going to take so long to get to 70%. Is it late enough in 38 to start going for the industry again? I think it might be. Yeah, you know what? Let's go ahead and take it. Let's get that efficiency cap up real nice. The 4th International. And let's go ahead and go for... Why can I not take this one? Oh, it needs all of the following, which means I can't go to this one because I didn't take either of these paths. Let's go for peace in the world. Hooray! We have now gained an additional province. Thank you, France. Yeah, and I didn't even bother to use that to build more military factories. That was a waste on my end. And there we go. Wait, the People's Republic... Oh, you went hardcore communist. Most intriguing. And they're in the Comintern. Okay. Alright. Am I any closer to spending this productively? Do I want to chase out some more Kemalists? I think so, because I don't think I'm anywhere near where I need to be for this. 55 is getting closer. Let's go ahead and root out some Kemalists. No, let's empower fundamentalists. Let's try to make more states aligned with me. We're going to say it's compliance map mode because this will tell me when I can start to trigger the Kurdish state. Wait. Army. That state is perfectly fine. Yeah, let's do that. That'll be a little bit more effective, I think, at getting the job done. I think getting some military police would be a good idea too. I think I'm going to take that the next time we get research. I honestly should have done that earlier, in all honesty. If I were paying attention to such things, but I wasn't. And we've now gained some more stability. This is going to trigger a civil war. I am not ready to fight a civil war right now. Not when the Kurds are still getting antsy. So I think we're going to come up here and start working on the military. If I can get the Kurdish rebellion... Oh dear, there goes Czechoslovakia. If I can get the Kurds under control and integrated into the state, then we can start talking about what to do after that. Which will be... Then we can think about purging the Kemalists. 52... 60... We're getting there. Remember, it needs to be over 70. Alright, give me MPs, please. Have I still not built any of my factories? No. I think the issue is so many of our factories are... Oh no, we are gaining factories from trade. I think we might want to mobilize a bit too. Come on, get to 70, please. And Mexico won their civil war. I'm not surprised. Okay, let's go ahead and modernize the army. So what are these super cool decisions I'm meant to have now about things? I am kind of tempted, actually, by taking the UK decision there. Oh, here we go. Ah, there it is. I see how it works. Okay. No, that makes perfect sense to me. Yeah, things are happening. Marco Polo Bridge did not result in Japan declaring war on China. That is a thing. Oh, we've got our advanced machine tools. Let's go ahead and work on construction. How are we doing, good province? So we'll look up at the Suvari Tumene division. Oh, I don't have enough army experience, do I? I almost certainly don't. Yeah, we're almost there. I think a couple more weeks and we'll be in a position to start integrating. the Kurds. That'll be lovely, actually. So I'm just going to sit tight on that. I wonder if the UK would let us join the Allies, just out of curiosity. No, because we are neutral because of the Kemalism dealie. I'm almost tempted to go ahead and trigger the Civil War. I really don't want light tanks. I do want 2 factories. But I honestly don't care about light tanks. But I do want 2 factories. That is undoubtedly true. So I'm going to go ahead and take this one. And, yep, the Balkans are all getting kind of frisky. That's fine. How are we doing compliance-wise? 69%. Move, curse you. Do I have any quality advisors I could add, maybe? Not really. I mean, I could pick up a war industrialist, but I don't really feel the need for that right now. There you go. Now I can have MPs. Let's go back into industry. Pick up disperse 2. I mean, I'm going to go ahead and try to root out some more. I just need to make all states there you go. I'm rooting out Kemalists. I don't know if it's actually working correctly. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. Who can say? And 70. Let's get integrating, my friends. So did this become a Turkish core? It did. Hooray. Oh, so I had to spend 200 each time? Cool. You're actually fairly close. Let's go ahead and shift the army's orders. I'm going to remove this state because I no longer need you there. I need you in places where you can be more effective at putting down resistance. Okay, Greece. Why? You know, I don't think armies actually help put down resistance anymore, do they? Alright, you know what? Greece, I don't know what you're planning, but you're not going to like what happens to you. Let's go ahead and start trying to modernize the army. Give me them factories. Construction is done. Construction is complete, you might say. Let's get ourselves a super cool new gun. It'll be great. Yeah, I don't know what I can do to decrease your resistance other than find out how to get rid of the Kurdish rebellion. Do we have any mine layers by chance? We do not. Oh, we're also not at war. That makes sense. You're fun. A civil war in Bulgaria. Intriguing. Let's take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and put you in a new army. That's actually not how I wanted to do that, but sure. And then let's get a field marshal. Bin this, and we'll make this a field marshal level front. There we go. That was incredibly fast. Japan finally declared war on China, so we're getting a proper war kicking off. China joined the Allies? Okay. Wait, does that mean that Japan is already at war with France and Britain before Germany even gets involved? Yeah. Well, that's a different kettle of fish, isn't it? Yeah, I need a way to really bring down resistance a bit. Very nice. And we'll go for superiority of arms. So that we can commence overhaul of our training methods. I definitely want that. Oh, the Indian National Congress has won their elections. They might go independent. Is there anything I can do to get you under 31? There goes dispersed industry. Let's get excavation 3. We are not remotely prepared for a lengthy war. I'll be honest about that. We're not even prepared for a short war, in all honesty. We've spent so much time dealing with our internal issues that we may never be ready for war. What? I don't even care right now. And here's the interesting thing, though, right? Greece is democratic. So why are you trying to justify against me? I guess it just doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just not terribly sure. Can you do me a freaking solid here? Oh, they did. Oh, I think I can get you to surrender when I get my 200 political power. I think we're going to go and call it for this episode now, though. Things are definitely looking interesting. I think Greece actually has a war goal against us now, because they stopped just time. Or maybe they just gave up on it. I don't know. But yeah, we've got Japan, France, and Britain at war with each other, which I did not expect. And Germany has been quiet since they got the stuff they wanted. So we'll have to see what happens when Germany declares war on Poland. Until next time, though, this has been Avindian. Thank you for watching, and I bid you good day.